Hello everyone, this is Sean and welcome back to episode number 7 of our Willamette Valley Railroad Transport Fever Let's Play. We're on hard difficulty on a free game USA map. When we left off, it was 1913 and we were getting an oil line connected. That's right, I think we were starting to connect up an oil line for San Diego. We were working on getting San Diego going. So actually I don't think we were starting that oil line yet. I think that's what we're about to do. Pretty much all playthrough on this one, very little fast forwarding. We'll have a little segment here in a few minutes, but let's get back to that live commentary and enjoy the episode. All right, so this train is about to come back by the station and we will be able to get a second train going on that line. Not real thrilled about buying a mogul this late, but I do want to keep this train line going, so, you know, I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. It's going to be one of the last ones to upgrade. I guess I could always manually upgrade it if it comes down to that point. It's not a very good investment. But speaking of upgrades, I probably ought to start banking some money so when the Mikado does come out in a few years, I'll be able to afford it. And I also should stop buying new trains for the same reason I was just describing there, because we're going to be getting a whole new train altogether in shortly, and I don't want to have these moguls slowing down the line. Now these moguls have a 6-year lifespan. I guess it's not going to say in there. It'll say if I open this back up though. Mogul 40-year lifespan. So it would be 10 years before they even reach their 25% age. I guess it could conceivably be 10 years before we are able to afford to upgrade every single train that we own. That's kind of a shame, although you know what, it's just not accurate, because we can borrow some money at that point, and I don't think it'll take that long. I mean, it's been 3 years that we've been playing here, and we've made what, about $30–40 million in that time, and I think 5 years from now we'll have more than that. So it looks like maybe we could use more trucks. Delivery stuff seems to be going pretty slow out of here. Maybe more buses too. We'll buy a bus for each line. We're in Eugene, right? Eugene bus 1, buy Eugene bus 2, and I'm sure that there are 2 delivery lines. Just the one, huh? All right, well, let's probably have it staggered out in that weird way that I stagger them out, but we'll do that, and maybe that'll get those delivered a little faster. I didn't realize that's probably why we're only meeting a percentage of their needs. Now we're going to be over delivering. But maybe these trucks will solve that problem and we'll be fine. Looks like things are going great over here. I would say it kind of looks like we can't keep up, but we can keep up because we have a lot of cattle waiting to be shipped. Over here, we're having a little bit of trouble keeping the goods going out as well, and we are hitting the caps on our deliveries. Let's throw a few more vehicles on here. We'll throw a bus on each of the bus lines, like 1, and then 2 Arlington, there we go, and then we'll throw, I don't know, that many onto Arlington delivery. Great. Hopefully that'll help that get a little better caught up. How is Arlington looking? Got some new building coming in. Wow, that's a huge crane for that little tiny house there. I think they probably could have built that without a crane. It's this crane building up in 1914. Another little tiny warehouse that, like, people probably could have built by hand, even in contemporary America. This is supposed to be America, right? A few people sort of waiting. No, that wasn't a bus. That was a Oh, that was a goods truck that was dropped. No, that is a bus. Huh. So the bus must have been full. What's this bus doing? Weird. There's a lot of fuel over there, so, you know, these trucks must be filling up every time they leave. 0 and 6. Just not able to keep up, I guess. And of course, the buses are struggling to keep up over here, but it looks like they're doing their best. Those hold 6, 9. We're up to 1914. $32 million. Oh, more food piling up at the Arlington food thing. Must mean that we don't have quite enough demand here in Eugene, that we're meeting our demand for food in Eugene. I suppose I could start just start taking food to Phoenix. Although I set this up to go to Phoenix rather than this one. I could just start taking food to Fort Collins without, well, that's no good because you need to have the train running full both ways. What would I have it bring back other than like to create more food? And that, well, I was supposed to be trying to avoid that, I think. It's really too bad that that oil's not a little closer to San Diego. Too bad Newark doesn't really have much going on. I guess I could, well, connecting Newark to that food source up there, we're looking at a pretty long gap. Not very efficient to connect Phoenix to that food source up there either, because then it's only getting like 2/3 of the way full. Hooking up this oil here, it's not too unreasonable. Be funny to run it down by that oil refinery. Probably be smarter because I could if I ran along. Would I want to run along the inside or the outside? I think I'd rather run along here, maybe like that. Although I wouldn't mind taking this hill on the track that I've already gone through the trouble of setting up. So if I came across here like that, then I could connect to that oil. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. I will want to wait until, I can set the line up, but I'll want to wait until the new trains come out before I actually set a train to go on that. But that'll allow me to connect to that log later on, and maybe even the stone, although I still haven't really found a way to make the stone work. I suppose what I could do is set up a hub that would take all of these. I could even get oil into it and have, oh, I have 2 oils over here. Wow, crazy. I could set up a hub over here that would, because I would sure like to get steel going. I just don't see any way to make that work. I could use trucks to deliver the stuff there, but then I may as well just use trucks, and I could use trucks to deliver the slag down to here. But then I have the construction material, and I believe construction material uses the stake cars. Yeah, construction material. So that's no good. And slag goes in gondolas, right? Yeah. Yeah, the catch-all, except for the stuff that I want to carry in it. Well, we'll get that line set up anyways. All right, so I believe here is where we're going to set up that line for the oil going to, intended to go to San Diego. And don't believe what I might say after this brief fast-forwarded segment, but we did not set up or we're not going to be using the other half of the line that we set up, and actually cut out the video of that because all it is just me laying down a bunch of tracks. But like a big dummy, I laid down a bunch of tracks and connected a oil refinery to this line, and then forgot about it. And in the next episode, I'm actually going to connect a different oil refinery and start running this line to that different oil refinery. So sorry. I guess I just wasted some money. It's not really that big a deal. But that means that this little segment is very fast and just about over with. So here we are, back to the live commentary. Here we are. It is 1916, and we have discovered the what is the Mikado? So we're gonna start upgrading our trains here. It looks like San Diego is doing all right. Oh, kind of zoomed in really quickly there. The lines going there seem to be so 33 livestock, so it's slowly picking up. We have that fuel line that we started up as well, right? Or no, all I did was lay down the track, and we didn't buy the trains because I wanted to get all the other trains upgraded first before I start worrying about doing extra stuff with San Diego. Great. So let's start with some of our oldest lines here. We'll start out with the Eugene food line. And how are we going to set up these new trains? So this Mikado, oh no. So did it turn out I wanted to go with the Atlantic all along? Mikados are powerful, but they're really not very fast. They're barely any faster than these moguls. And they're really expensive to run, too. They're powerful, and they don't last very long. Well, so it looks like I probably should have just upgraded to the Atlantic when I had the chance. One thing about, getting better at this game, or, playing more, would be that I would learn stuff like this. I had written down a list of the release of the trains, but I thought I must have just not looked at it properly. So we have another train coming in 1926. That's the 9000. Do I want to wait that long? Let's see. I feel like we were already getting a warning that some of our trains were getting too old. I guess I could upgrade the existing trains to Mikados, and then when the new train comes out, I could put all of them onto that new train. Or what's the train that comes out after the 9000 in 1932? We'll have a HH600. I'm not really sure which one that one is either. Like I was only trying to write down the ones that that I was most interested in using. But you know what? I don't need to sit here and wonder and then just decide because I can just put a break in this. I'll be right back. Right. Well, it looks like the Atlantic is going to be the way to go. So that's a little disappointing that I didn't know that because we could have started upgrading these trains quite a while back. But no point in crying over spilt milk. Let's get this upgrade going. So we're going to start with this Eugene food line, I would say. And we don't need to open that at all, actually. We're going to open this here. We've already got it set to 25%. Excuse me, that noise really crept out of me. We're going to go Atlantic, so we're going to add, and that is the boxcar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're looking at $7 million per vehicle. So I've got enough for about 7 of them. Actually, I've got enough for about 5, or 6, but I'll be making some money as I do it too. So that's going to be 2 right there, and then we'll go with the Arlington food for the other line, and that'll be 4. So we'll get these 4 set up, and then we'll start looking at replacing other lines. We're going to set it Atlantic, and then there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess I forgot to put that Atlantic on there. I selected it, but I didn't double click it. Great. 7.52. Perfect. Replace vehicles automatically. Yes. Escape, escape. All right. I guess escape isn't going to do all of them. And let's try hitting the correct keys to upgrade the to move the speed. I can't expand this window, can I? We can get it down to just trains though, so that'll help us see these trains as they upgrade. That's going to be exciting. Quite a few trains to upgrade. How are these fuel trains doing? Wow, they're making a lot of money. And how are we doing on supplying? Okay, we are supplying all of the demands. So I think what I'm going to do with the fuel lines is I'm going to divert one train off of each line and then put that on the San Diego fuel line. Because I don't think they're going to need 3 trains, especially once they upgrade to these new, better trains. There we go. This line has already upgraded both of its trains. And Arlington, it's going to get a new train right there. Look at that beautiful, beautiful new train here. Oops. Well, I guess it's because I have the line thing open that it was showing that. Something new. Well, streetcar, I don't really care so much about the streetcar. Yes, that will close up. There we go. It's a nice looking little train. I guess I could just close this up. Some scenic shots. Alright, we still got plenty of money, so we probably need to... Those are going to be switched out. Nope, at 100%. Great. So let's do this passenger train as well. We're going to do there. Wow, we could start using some of these better, although we can't get the high speed that those would require, and those are extremely maintenance high. But this has a top speed of 50, but this train that we have goes 62, right? So I definitely want to go up to, so I guess I'd have to go up to this one to get that high speed train to make it worthwhile, but I think that's fine. So if we do 4, 8, 16, 32, that'd be 72 passengers. So that's going to be plenty, because I am going to actually, you know what? We'll just go with that. And our passenger service is not really making us the money that I would like it to. It actually started coming close there, but you know what I mean. These trains are going to be really expensive on maintenance. It's coming close though. But what I want to do is I want to get San Diego connected to the passenger network, and I'm not sure, like I'm almost fairly confident that the passenger line between Eugene and San Diego will make a profit because it's just a longer route. But I'm not sure if the San Diego line will draw more passengers coming from Arlington. I mean, you would think it would. And like maybe make it more valuable coming in through there. Alright, so that one upgraded as well. There we go. They do have quite a few passengers, but they're not running full, so we can turn those off. No, 100%. And that leaves the fuel route. We don't really need to upgrade the San Diego food quite yet. Let's do these fuel ones first. So let's slow it down here, close all the windows, open up this line, and see where these trains are. You're carrying crude, you're carrying fuel, you're carrying fuel. Good, but you're just about to drop it off, so I can send you back to the depot. About, I'm just going to shut you two down. And how about on this other line? We've got oil, fuel, oil. So you're going to be one here. And you just send you to the depot. And you, I'm going to wait until you finish, and then we'll send you to the depot as well. Oh, but I can still... Well, I don't want to have you upgrade, do I? Because if you upgrade, then I don't want to send you to the depot, although I would just put you on the... Oh, that's... Actually, that's what I should do with that other train. Why not just assign you to a new line? And you're going to start up. Nope, you're going to start up here, right? And then you're going to go to, did I set up the, I think I forgot to set up the destination for that fuel line. All right, so never mind. We'll just put you back onto the, you must have been on Arlington Fuel. There you go, Arlington Fuel line. And hopefully that works out for you. Do you need to turn around or something? You're still pulling out Arlington, aren't you? Waiting for free path, that's not a good sign. Alright, what did I... Ah, and of course I went to the wrong thing there too. Okay, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. It's this one. And where are you stuck at? You're here in Arlington. Well, how do you not have a free path? Oh. So I probably need to do something about that. That is a result of, so why isn't this going into the empty space there? I don't get it, because the you should be able to go into that station. Probably because they assign themselves specific stations that they're going to go into. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, you should click the like button down below and leave some comments in the comment area. I hope you guys will have something to say about these videos. I do really enjoy, this game is really fun. I've been having a lot of fun playing the game in the medium difficulty, kind of doing a practice mode in between recording these. I already want to start a new one on hard mode, so hopefully there'll be enough comments and views and stuff for me to justify posting another hard playthrough on this. Otherwise, I'll just have to play it on my own and nobody will get to see my handiwork. But I do appreciate you watching all the same, regardless of whether you comment or like it or anything. I'm just glad to see all the views. It makes me very happy. So thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time with the next video. Goodbye.